What's up everyone? Frank from 5 AM Ramen here, and today is a special day. I'm heading to a ramen restaurant called Oshinobi Mendokoro NakamuLab, run by Nakamura-san. This should prove to be an interesting ramen experience to say the least. It's in a very residential neighborhood outside of Fukuoka City, where I am right now, and it's a little bit of a trek to get out there, but I'm sure it's going to be well worth it. This ramen shop is receiving a lot of rave reviews, and I'm sure the ramen is a big part of it, but also the fact that this is pretty much run out of his house. He's making all of this ramen in his kitchen, and it's reservation only. So as close, I think, to a ramen house as you can get. Let's do this. For those of you new to the channel, 5 AM Ramen is about bringing you Japan's best ramen. I'm Frank, a Tokyo native, and I sacrifice my body for the greater ramen good. I'm in Fukuoka Prefecture now, on the island of Kyushu, eating my way mainly through Fukuoka City. But today, I'm a little bit off the beaten path to visit this literal ramen house. It's a little bit out of the way from Fukuoka City, but this was a place I decided I had to visit. I messed up a little bit though with the bus schedule, and on the way there, ended up taking a cab. Anyways, enough filler info. Let's get back to me on the ground. So I've officially arrived at NakamuLab. Look at this beautiful scenery. Because of the journey that it took to get here, the ramen will perhaps taste even better. They've got 3 types of ramen here, basically paitan, chintan, and tantanmen. Paitan is going to be on the heavier side. They're using chicken, and it's a little bit frothy from my understanding, the broth, and also have lemon and dried tomato on top there. So more of a modern bowl. I assume the chintan is also using chicken, but in a lighter way, and then tantanmen is spicy. I think I'm going to try and get the paitan and the chintan at the same time. As I said, you have 3 ramen choices, but the house special is that foamy chicken ramen. You got to get that, of course. Alongside that ramen, I also got their lighter soy sauce seasoned bowl. And as I touched upon, while you're waiting for your ramen, take it all in. Owner and ex-kickboxer Nakamura-san is very friendly. If you get a seat at the bar, you'll see him prepare the ramen in the kitchen too. You basically have a front seat to the action, a ramen show. On the left-hand side, there's a room with tables too. And as I mentioned before, having a ramen restaurant in a home is quite rare. So, take full advantage and enjoy the cozy feeling inside if you do visit. Anyway, here's me after eating those 2 bowls and making my way back to Fukuoka City. All right, everyone, I'm back in the center of the city right now from NakamuLab. Real easy to get back on the bus, actually, just a straight shot. I had to change buses twice, but all I had to do is literally get off, wait for the next bus to come. Now, as to NakamuLab, the experience, it was indeed a lot of fun. He was very friendly, and while he was very efficiently preparing all this ramen by himself, I was able to get some nice shots in the kitchen there. Ordered 2 ramen. The first was the signature, one at the top of the menu, tori paitan, basically a frothier chicken ramen, almost like a tori paitan cappuccino. Very modern. This was a bowl that you'd see in Tokyo, I think. It was delicious, creamy, rich, milky consistency, but it wasn't too rich. Just right, and also some sweetness from the seasoning. Well balanced, and I like the lemon and also the tomato there that gave a little bit of an acidic contrast with that creamy broth. Excellent noodles, everything else, of course, it ticked all the boxes. Now I ordered one more, which was their wafu shoyu soba. This one too was tasty, of course. It hit the spot. It felt a lot more classic, but that same sweetness that was in the frothy tori paitan was also there. This is a flavor that they like in Kyushu, a little more sweetness with their soy sauce, but you still had that sticky chicken richness in the bowl that made it delicious. The broiled chashu pork was a big highlight, but you also got some chicken chashu in there too. The only thing I didn't order was the tantanmen or the spicy dandan noodles. I'm sure that was great as well. Again, I think what made it really memorable was the journey it took to get there. It wasn't crazy out of the way, but just far away enough in a very more remote, cozy mountain backdrop setting that made it a lot of fun just being there in his house, of course. The fact that he was very friendly and I had a chance to speak with him, it made the whole experience very memorable. And in the same regard, I hope you found this video memorable as well. If you did, please hit that like button and also subscribe. This is Frank from 5 AM Ramen signing out, thanking you for watching and wishing you all the best. Until the next video.